Everyone, my name's Jax. In this video, we're actually going to be going over how to expand this one-line no-loop system. Actually got a comment here, and they brought up a great point. How do you expand this, and how would you add more carts? What if you wanted more stops? So let's go ahead and utilize what we have here. We're actually going to move some of these parts to give us a little bit more space to get more spots, but we're going to utilize our existing system. And if you aren't caught up on how we built this, go ahead and check out my tutorial on that in the description. There's going to be a link to it there that you can reference. But let's go ahead and get into it. All right, and we're back. It looks like we got our stuff figured out. So let's go ahead and discuss what exactly did we change and how did we make this 3-stop system with extra cargo lanes work out properly. So let's go ahead and actually take a look at the new added station over here. And we have this empty train platform here, and that's important because we have 2 locomotives. See, one here and one there. So this slot is exactly what we need for this locomotive right here. As you can see here, we have 2 fluid freight platforms and 2 regular freight platforms, as well as the train station end cap. And if you remember from the first video, we talked about how that little end cap is right here. As you can see, the train is going by itself, so it is fully automated, stopping at every stop. And it's up to you to determine whether you want to unload or load. So for you, that's up for you to determine. Maybe you have your base at the end and you want to gather things along the way and take everything to the main base. Or maybe you have your base here and you want things to be unloaded here. And I actually have that exactly set up with this right here. So these are actually the unloads, but we can't see it because it's doing its thing right now. And one important thing that we were seeing over here is the same order of what we have here, here, and here. What I mean by that is the freight platform orientation. So we have freight in the front and fluid in the back, and that's standard on all of them. See how there's fluid over there and freight in the front? We saw the same thing over there as well. Fluid in the back, freight in the front. But here's the tricky part on this middle run right here, and this is going to apply to any intermediate station that you have, like any one that's not at an end. Instead of having this end platform, you're actually going to have a second station. So you can see this is Edsburg, but this is Tillsburg, even though they're the same station. And the reason why that is because when you go in here and you look at the timetable, you'll see 4 different ones. So you have to have it set up like that. But say you start from Lease, then you want it to go to not Tillsburg, but you want it to go to Edsburg. And then from Edsburg, you want it to go to Balti Jam. And then from Balti Jam, you want it to go to Tilburg. And then back to Lease. So you can see how we set it up is exactly that. So just do keep that in mind. In order to make this work, you have to make it so it moves in that order. The key distinction here is making sure that it lines up with the correct station. So see, if you were to tell this train to go to Tillsburg from Lease, it wouldn't work, because Tillsburg is technically the end. We want it to go to Edsburg. And then from Edsburg, go to Balti Jam. And then same thing here. We just extended the platform, so not only do we have more stops, we have more freight available, so we can carry more things. Also, they added in this cool train stop. Turns out you can actually like have the train like go off the track and derail, which is a totally new thing. It's pretty cool, but you know, all it does is it flips the train over, and it kind of just landed here. But aside from that, that's pretty much it. The important thing here is, one, making sure that your end caps, remember how we talked about those end caps, this is situated correctly. So we have the cap here when it's coming from Lease, and we have the cap here when it's coming from Balti Jam. So you see, this is a train that this is a station that the train is going to. So it will terminate here. Well, not terminate, but at least make a stop here. But it's still going to continue because on its timetable, it's supposed to go to Lease. So right now it's going from Tilburg to Lease, and then from Lease to Edsburg, and then Balti Jam to Tilburg. So then it just repeats and repeats. So just make sure that you have the correct timetable set up. But aside from that, I hope this helped, and if you want to see more content like this, greatly appreciate a like. And if you really want to support me, if this video helped you out and you want to support me, greatly appreciate subscribe. Really trying to push for subscribers, so I would love to get your help and your support. And as always, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you next time.